Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's a nice Wednesday morning. How you all doing? I feel like today's gonna be a day. I got a lot of stuff to do today. Um, uh, Literally 5 minutes before stream was scheduled to start, both of my dogs woke up, and they were both napping on the bed. They were just being cute, snuggling together, sleeping on the bed, having a nice time, looking out the window, their favorite pastime. They both woke up 5 minutes before stream starts. They both want to play fight with each other, and then they both come and sit next to me, which is their sign to tell me that they need to go pee. And I'm like, why right now? Of all times of the morning, you had all morning. I've been sitting around just waiting, doing nothing. Right now, just before I had to start. And so they might be a bit bananas during stream today. But usually they're fine. They should. It sounds like they're going back to go to nap again, but who knows what they're gonna do. They're cute little guys and they just do whatever their whims decide. So, how everyone's doing? Do you all have your beverages of choice? One for flavor, one for energy, one for hydration. Hi, Nep. Thank you for the awesome fan art for the thumbnail. It's nice to see you. So, as you've probably saw in the title, it's a big fan art appreciation day. Since I skipped over doing fan art, talking about fan art last week, I got, more than usual this time around. So, I got a bunch of cool, awesome fan art to highlight and show you all from what everyone has done. So let's dive into that. Let's not waste any time. Let's show off what all your guys' cool stuff is. Starting with Orange, right off the bat. Orange, who has been highlighted several times before. They're amazing. I love their work. They've drawn my two favorite characters, I think, from my my Volume 9 pre-write, Rosalind and Whitney. So the Red Queen and the White Queen. The Red Queen of Hearts and the White Queen from chess. That's their fairy tale inspirations, and I love these designs. I really like the vast difference in their body shapes, like the height, the skinniness, the thickness. They just look so cute together. Also, I love all the extra details, like the diamonds throughout the whole design and the hearts throughout the whole design. I'm glad Orange went with diamonds for the White Queen, because it didn't specify, I don't think. I might have, but yeah, diamonds is a nice touch. Diamonds look nice, especially paired with hearts. So, yeah, just an amazing design. They look like amazing royal figures, don't they? Fun fact, originally, when I was writing the story, I thought that, my original idea was to make the Red Queen of Hearts, real bratty, real mean, because that's how she usually is portrayed, like a big, baby throwing temper tantrums, you know? I like the Disney version. Classic, iconic. But as I was writing it, I was like, I don't know, that seems kind of boring. I think I could be more creative with it. And then when I introduced Whitney into the scene, I was like, what if I instead, pulled from original, Volume 1 Ruby and Weiss, because the red and the white paired together, I was like, that could be a really fun thing to do. And so that's how I ended up getting Whitney and Rosalind. Whitney's name was one I struggled with. I got their last names instantly, because I wanted something that, felt like an allusion to their games, their game choices that they are inspired by, like Heartstopper, Queen of Hearts, and then Stronghold, with the chess, you have, the rook, you have the knight. It's a very, army type deal. And, so that was easy. And then Rosalind was what's a name that sounds like a thing that is red but is not ruby or rose necessarily. And Rosalind was easy. Whitney was the one I got hung up on because I didn't like how it looks a lot like Whitley, like Weiss's brother. But I was like, I couldn't think of anything more creative or witty, so I stuck with Whitney. Whitney and Rosalind. I also like the fact that they don't have the same last name, and neither does Lattice, their daughter. The idea is that they would have adopted Lattice at some point in time, so Hooray! I love these designs for them. Thank you, Orange. You're amazing. Getting back into Scarlet and Violet, I see you, Lavender. Yeah, everyone is. I started a new game. Because, like, I had a team, I had completed the Pokedex, I had done all that, and then I was bored, so I started a new game, like, 4 days before the announcement of everything. And I was like, oh no, I gotta get caught up again. But I was like, the DLC doesn't come until, like, fall. So I have plenty of time to get it all figured out. Next up, we have this one from OP Silver. They commented several times saying that something was going wrong, and I think it's maybe that white spot there that I seem to look confused by in the picture. I don't know what necessarily. I think it looks great. I like your the shading technique you've done. I used to do that a lot. I used to love shading like this. I would come up with every kind of picture to like draw just so I could practice shading more. So I love this. I think it's really cute. I don't see anything wrong with it other than the white spot, which I think, if I had to guess, might just be something in your layers got confused or mixed up. I used to get layers used to be my biggest enemy when I was first starting to figure out how to draw, like GIMP and stuff. Or GIMP is the art program I use. It's just like I was my own biggest enemy at that time. I just never knew what I was doing. Hi, Jordan. Favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is Gourgeist from Kalos, the Kalos region, the pumpkin one. Gourgeist. I love Gourgeist. I know, unsurprising, looking at my character, that my favorite is the pumpkin Pokemon. But also, Hypno. I really love Hypno as well. Machamp. Machamp is great. Jangmo-o, the Jangmo-o line. I have a lot of favorites, but Gourgeist is at the peak. Nothing has beaten Gourgeist. There's a lot of really good Pokemon from the Paldea region. Maybe I haven't sit with them enough for me to, like, 100% be like, yes, I do like that one. I can tell you what my least favorite Pokemon is, and it's the stupid, like, engine. Like, the engine thing, Revavroom. I hate it. Ugh, it's so dumb. I didn't think anything could be worse than Colossal, but they did it. Good job, Pokemon. Twitter does mess up transparency a lot. Twitter is, like, the worst. You know what I hate? Elon Musk is a stupid little man, isn't he? And every time I open up Twitter, every day I open Twitter, there's some new, stupid change to something. Like, now they have show more on just regular tweets. I don't know. What is wrong with them? I'm just waiting for the entire website to just explode on itself. Yes, I like Hypno. I know I'm the only one who likes Hypno, I feel like. I think he's cool. I like the, like, white fur boa thing going on. I always thought he was neat. Alright, moving on. Yeah, Cinesloth. I saw you in the comments earlier, Cinesloth. This is yours. I think, look at these pretty girls dancing together. Lovely little sisters. The way you've drawn Twins' like, heel, the one that's on the ground, I was like, wow. Look at that. Look at, because shoes make no sense to me, as you can tell. All of my shoes look exactly like my boots. The way I draw my boots for my character, that's the only way I know how to draw shoes. So anytime anyone does something slightly creative with shoes, I'm like, whoa, my god, you're like an art master. But yeah, I think it's like, look at this. And I would be the one doing the dip. We're basically the same height, I think. We used to argue over it. Like, no, I think I'm an inch taller. No, we're the same height, honestly. Yeah. It's cool seeing us together, and I love the shattering on her horn halo. So many cool, beautiful details. You also included the line art, which was just like, you gotta see all the extra little details behind all the hair and clothes and stuff. Amazing. This is so neat. We look so serious, so dramatic. Like we're doing like a big magical dance that'll end up doing like a super cool anime move. Like this will unlock the secret chamber into the final boss's room or something. So yeah, this is amazing. I love it. I love seeing also, like, the differences in her skin tone next to each other. We always tend to, because we're rather white, we are pale girls, so I always love seeing the differences, like, of how she does her skin tone and how I do mine. I think the biggest difference is I like adding blush to everything. So, like, the blush will naturally, like, saturate it a little bit more. Coven Tango, for real, for real. This is how you become a witch. Fun fact, you gotta dance your heart out, baby. Big old fusion dance. We would look, wow, what would we look like if we did a fusion dance? What does green and purple together make? That's opposites each other, aren't they? On the colors wheel? Ugh, I don't know. I think it'd be cool. What's a witch demon combo? Witch fallen angel combo? Then there's this one from, in my head it's pronounced Joshua, but I know that probably isn't it. I think this one is so cute. Look at me. I was looking at this all day yesterday. I just kept thinking about the motion of it. Like, it looks like I'm falling. Like, you know in Pokemon, when you, in Scarlet and Violet, when you fall off a cliff, and you grab onto your Rotom phone, it looked like it was that, but rather than a phone, it was my hat. And, like, magically it's holding me upright just before I hit the ground. Super cute. Super, super cute. I love it. I might use this as next week's, thumbnail. I feel like. I was thinking about doing it this week, but then I was like, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna use it for a thumbnail sooner or later. I think it's super cute. It's also the expression. Look at me. I look so worried. Like I was gonna fall. Oh, the best part. Totally forgot to mention this. The best part, definitely, the shoes. The, like, vines and flowers wrapped around the shoes. That is such a cute upgrade to my boots that I currently have. Hell yes. So this is adorable. I love it. Thank you so much. I love all of these. I love getting fan art. The idea that you all would take time out of your life to make something. And it's so cool. like time is so precious and you dedicated it to drawing something I'm doing? That's crazy. Alright, next up. It's Melanie. I always think sushi gives me life, but I'm like, no. I always forget that the tag isn't your name on Twitter. Like the extra little bit on top, that's not the name, that's like an extra thing. The actual @ is the name. Yeah, I love their art so much. You can see that adorable. Like, they've done a lot of RWBY fan art before that's been highlighted. They have such an adorable, iconic art style that's, like, reminiscent of 80s anime, which is one of my favorite aesthetics ever. Oh my god. Like, I know when people do, like, 80s style versions of classic fan art of, like, anime, like, take, like, you know, My Hero Academia characters, and what if they looked like if they were drawn in the 80s? They usually either go with Akira Toriyama style, like, Dragon Ball, or they'll go with, like, the Sailor Moon style. The Sailor Moon style of art is so pretty. Sailor Moon is one of the prettiest anime/manga ever. The bright colors, them big ol' eyes, shine and sparkle and hair everywhere. So yeah, they emulate that style pretty close, and it's so cute. Look at me, look at my shoes, look at my cute little, like, booties. It's so precious. And they always include, like, a gem type deal, like on my collar. Every time they do a character, they always really emphasize the shines and the sparkles of the gems. I also like the extra detail, like, with my glasses, giving them the rims up there. It's just so precious. I love. Thank you so much. It's amazing. It's so good. Big ol' cute. My favorite thing is how everyone does hands better than me. Every time I look at my model, I just look at my hands and how they're, like, not really. And I'm just like, man, hands are stupid. Everyone does hands better than I do. If anyone ever makes a 3D model of your OC, I'd be able to make poses with her. I know, I was thinking about that. I was watching, Lavender Town, who does, like, art stuff on YouTube. I was watching her video talking about how she was rigging her live 2D model, because she attempted live streaming before. I was watching it again this morning because I was thinking about it, and every time, because I downloaded it's free, the program to make 2D models, like live models for, like, VTubing and whatever, and it is complicated. I'm like, oh no, I would have to really figure this out. Hands are stupid, yes. Thank you. But yeah, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, is it easier to just, like, make a 3D model? Because I know a lot of people do that. And then I thought about if the horrors of trying to figure out Blender. Ugh. It's all so much. Everyone is so talented. 3D models are so cool, but they're so tricky to make. I bet. Because, like, on one hand, you sit there and think, it'll be so easy. Like, you look at something like RWBY, especially early RWBY, where you can, I remember just, like, looking at Yang and looking at her face, her bangs, her hair, her clothes, and I was like, I understand. I think I could figure it out. But then you look at actual 3D models, and you're like, no. I keep seeing Dylan Goo on my Twitter feed, and he's been doing little videos talking about, like, little animation things, and the ones I saw was it's like parenting, I think it's called, where one model interacts with another model and then they're connected, so like your model could pick up something and then put it back down. And that alone, it was like hellish, nightmare fuel. Like just thinking about making one model touch another model, because that seems so frustrating to me, to know what it is I want, but not know how to just make it happen in the software. And then this is the last one. Okay, so Piranha, you might have, if you've been in my streams before, Piranha has been talking about how they sent me fan art, but I couldn't find it. And I did not know what I had done wrong. Because 100%, if something goes wrong, it's always my fault. But I finally found it. The problem was there was an extra link that I wasn't clicking on because I thought it was basically this. I thought it was whatever. It was my fault. I should have read. That was the biggest issue. I can't read. So yeah, Piranha made this adorable little background image to go to match with my character, and I liked it. So let me just do a little couple of button presses here. Bam! Hooray! Yay! Woo! Hooray! So yay, I have a little cabin now. I have a cabin in an adorable little forest, and it's a fall forest with fall colors and fall themes. Now I'm the cutest witch in the world. Hooray! So thank you so much, Piranha. I finally found it. I was so happy, because I kept, I was looking for it. Man, because alright, let me tell you how really stupid I am. I found it before. I found it, last week, just before I started streaming, last Wednesday. I was like, hooray, I've done it. I am smart. I can figure these things out. And then I was going back through, and I was getting all the fan art, for this week's stream. And I was like, aha, yes, I must get Piranha's thing. And I couldn't remember Piranha's name, which was the first problem I had, because I can't remember anyone's names. And then I was just going through, because I remembered Piranha included it with their submission for the OC animation contest that I'm doing, which is still going. You have until you have a whole nother month to go, The deadline is April 2nd. If I remember correctly. I remember I didn't want it to be April 1st, because I didn't want anyone to think it was going to be a joke. So, you have a whole nother month to get your stuff done. But, I remember that they included it in that email, but I couldn't remember their name, so I was going through everyone's emails over and over and over again. I went through everyone's emails every single submission I've gotten, from the beginning of those submissions. I went through them all, not even kidding, 7 times. Just going through and being like, where is it? What am I looking for? What did I do wrong? And then I have that thing in my head where I'm like, oh my god, I deleted it. You just make up the worst case scenario in your head. Oh man, my boyfriend, he's 5 minutes late today. What if he crashed and died on the highway? It's that's not... No. There's probably a reasonable explanation, but my brain always goes to the most panicked answer there is. And so I was like, I deleted it. It's gone forever. And I'll have to ask them to send it to me again, and I'll feel bad about it. And then finally, I started reading. And I was like, I found it! It's here! So here it is, my background, my little cabin next to my pumpkin patch. I've done it. I managed to be smart for 5 whole seconds. It took me, I looked through all of the emails, took a break, and then came back and did it all again, and then I did it again later on my phone because I still couldn't find it. So, I managed to figure it out. Hooray. Don't mind me, just getting a drink of some tea. So yeah, thank you for all the amazing fan art, everybody. I got another piece of fan art this morning. I thought about including it here, but I was like, I already have so many. I'll wait till next week, and we'll talk about it next week then. So, there we go. So yeah, that's been what I've been up to. How are you all doing today? I am so excited. I got so many fun things planned for this like upcoming weeks, honestly. Isn't that the killer is I have so many things I want to do, and they all sound so exciting that, like, I can't wait to get to any of them, but also I have to actually do them. So I wish I could just do everything all at once. If I had a superpower, I would always have super speed, just so I could get all of my cool projects done faster, so I could do more cool projects. What kind of tea? It's black tea. It's just black tea that we brewed yesterday and put in the fridge, so it's nice and cold. We went to the store, and we found 2 boxes of 100 tea bags that was on clearance for like 70 cents each. So now we have 200 tea bags, and I'm jazzed about it. I had to restart my animation project because I messed it up. Damn. I've been there, where it's like you're sitting there and you're like, nothing I do will ever recover from the things I have decided and have done up at this point. I'm in the process of rewriting my novel for the 4th time. Ooh, nice. I hope it works out. I hope this is the time that makes it perfect. Nice. No, so my next video I have planned is Korra. I'm finally coming back to Korra. I want to do Korra more regularly. The problem is there are other things, and I'm always just like, Korra could be pushed back. So the next planned video is Legend of Korra episode 8, I believe. I think it's 8. Yeah, it's definitely 8. What kind of tea do you recommend? I really like, I don't remember the name of it. It was a Japanese tea. It tasted kind of like shrimp. I don't remember what it was called. That was my favorite, without a doubt. I thought it tasted great. It was amazing. I do not remember. Super speed is cool until you realize nothing can keep up with you. That's the best part. Oh yeah, there's gonna be that next Avatar, the Earthbender. They're finally doing it. It'll be like 2 years from now, but they are finally working on it. So, oh yeah, the villain song video. Thank you. That was my patrons voted for that one. They always like pick the best video topics. I'm always so impressed. I'll give them like a handful of 4, and then the one that I'm always like the most excited about is the one that they always pick. Did you drink soup broth? No, it was, God, what was it called? I don't, I'll think of it. I'll figure it out. It made me think of shrimp. It wasn't just like shrimp juice. I promise. I'm sorry, Gaston. It was an honorable mention. I feel like Gaston has more potential. I've seen better versions of a Gaston song, but it's always the live action ones, you know? It was not Oolong, and it was not Jasmine. I don't drink a lot. I usually just drink black tea or sun tea. Whatever my mother did as a kid. She would put like 100 tea bags into a large jug, and then she would put the jug out on a rock, and then it would get hot, and it would be on a sunny day, and then we would have tea. Dragon Will? No. What's my favorite bending style? Earth. All the way, baby. I would be an earthbender. I'd throw around rocks and stuff. I would pick myself up on a chunk of earth and float around. Absolutely. Critter, your podcast brings joy to my car rides. You should bring the gang back together again. Aw, thank you. I was thinking about it. I usually, if you want more podcast stuff, go to Berry Bottom Productions. I retweet every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, me and my boyfriend Rambo, we do a podcast. So if you want more, and something a bit more consistent, check that one out. Hellfire was controversial, but good list. Thank you. I was like, oh man, we don't talk about Bruno and Hellfire. Then I'm like, they're gonna be so upset. Everyone's gonna be so upset. Blood mending. Ew, gross. No, yeah. Korra is the next planned video, but I'm like a few days behind my usual schedule with video making, which is not a big deal. I have all the footage. I just need to get, like, the gag footage, like the audio I use for, like, the gags and stuff, which there isn't many, just because the nature of this episode is rather serious, and too many gags felt ill-timed. There are some, so I just need to get that footage, which will take, like, an hour at most, and then I gotta record my audio. And then after that, I can get it all put together pretty quickly. But rather than rush out that video, I was thinking about it, and I was like, there might be another smaller video in the middle. Like, so we might get a different, smaller video this week of something very different that I thought about, haven't tried it before. It's nothing I've ever done on my channel. It'll be like an unboxing type deal. So, that might happen sooner, like before the Korra video, but Korra is the next one planned. And then after that, I have a really exciting video that I've been thinking about for months, literally months. Like, I thought about it, I think in December or November, I'm gonna review the first season of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. So, that's what I have planned, and then I have also been working on a Nuzlocke video. I've been doing a white version Nuzlocke. I've been having, like, stress dreams about it. I woke up in the middle of the night, cold sweat, thinking about Maractus. So, it's gonna be exciting. I can't wait. I know, my hand reveal. I painted my nails and everything, because I was like, I gotta look fancy. You gotta see all the scars I have on the one hand. It's a lot of really fun, really exciting things that I can't wait to get around to. And once I finish the white version, it's not randomized. I don't know how to do that. I know there's like a mod for it. I'm stupid. I don't understand technology. I own white version. I already own white version. But I'm playing it on my computer. Shh, hush, hush, secrets, pumpkin secrets. Yeah, so once I finish the white version, I was like, I want to do more. I've been having so much fun with it. That's the problem. That's why I started the new game with my Scarlet version, because I just have more fun as Nuzlocke. It's finally happened. It's finally flipped over, where having a challenge is more exciting than just playing Pokemon. So, LLP Gen 4 was what I got into. Not feeling Gen 5 as much. That's the next one, right? I've seen bits of it. But they all, it looks fine. I mean, it's hard to beat Friendship is Magic. Like, they were iconic. Their designs was really what helped. And I think that's the biggest problem with the next one, is that they look fine, but they're not as, like, iconic, I should do more worth watching. I have a bunch planned specifically for Magical Girl May, so keep your eyes out. I'm excited. I already have 2 planned for Magical Girl May. Anything can happen between here and then, so there might be another one, but for sure these 2 during May, so I'm excited for that. I also really like my worth watching videos. I think it's fun and easy just watching the first 3 episodes of something. Secrets told to 37 people in public. Shush. Hush. No. Secrets. Do you think I should buy Ruby Arrowfell? I'm gonna be honest, I think it looks, I think it looks bad. And this isn't even me just, like, not being nonplussed with Rooster Teeth. The platforming and combat looks basic, in my opinion. And I also hate, they introduced, like, 100 new characters, and they all look awful. And just, like, muddy the timeline even further. And they made, like, Winter racist, apparently. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not gonna bother. None of Ruby's games has ever looked good, in my opinion. Lightning isn't exclusive to fire. Air can also cause electricity, except it isn't canon in the show because they wanted to keep balance, but science? Nah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what so many fun things planned. And then once I finish my white version Nuzlocke, my plan is to maybe stream a Nuzlocke with you all, and then we can all do a Nuzlocke adventure together. Maybe? I'm not so sure. I'm still figuring it out. So I got so many fun ideas, and that there's just gotta keep playing it to get to it. And there's not enough hours in the day, you know, because there's so many things I want to do. Ugh. Planning on making your critter character as a plushie? I would love to. Don't know how. And I also don't know how many people would even, like, purchase it. Because I have a store. I have a shop. I have a Teespring. I don't get a lot of sales off of it, though. So, it would make no sense to put my time and effort into getting something if I will get no monetary return. You understand? I would love to one day. One day. I think it'd be more fun, not so much as a plushie. I think a plushie would be cute. But, like a U2s, you know, like those little, like, figures that YouTubers get. I think Critter would look really classic and iconic as one of those figures. Or me, the Pumpkin Patch Witch. I think that'd be cool, too. Yeah, Nuzlocke stream, one day. Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, it'd be easier to get footage if I was streaming, because I could just capture the VODs. So, I don't know. It might be fun. Maybe I'll be smart enough to figure out how mods work, and then I'll do cool mod stuff. Or maybe I'll play, like, random fan-made games for Pokemon, you know? Like a candy one. I've seen that. I've seen a candy version of a game. It's just, I watch a lot of Alpharad's content, and every time Alpharad does something Pokemon related, I'm just like, I get this new, like, boost of inspiration to be like, I want more Pokemon! I want to do even more Nuzlockes! Just covering myself in my own coffee. Mod life is hard. It's just the thing. In my mind, every time I think about, like, oh, live 2D rigging. Oh, using Blender to make a 3D model. Oh, modding a video game. In my mind, I'm always like, it should be so easy. It'll be a fun, delightful new thing to learn. And then I start. And then it's always like, oh my god, there's so many things. It's 100 times harder than I thought. The footage off of VOD may not be the best quality-wise, though. You see, I was thinking that. So I might do, like, a test stream where I just try it out to see what the quality of footage will look like afterwards. So, I don't know. Keep my options open, for all I know. Sorry for being stupid, but what is a Nuzlocke? Oh, don't worry about it. I can answer that for you. What it is a it's a challenge mode you do yourself, where if one of your Pokemon faints, they're considered dead, and you can't use them anymore. So basically, you just can't let your Pokemon faint, and if you do, you can't keep using it. And it makes the game, it's a nice boost in difficulty. If you think Pokemon is too easy, there are more, like, rules you can put on top of that. Like, another classic one is you can only catch the first Pokemon you run into on a new route. So, like, I'm standing on Route 2, and then I walk into Route 3. The first Pokemon I run into has to be the only one I catch, and then I don't get the opportunity to catch anything else. Some people don't do duplicates. Like, if I already caught a Rattata, and I walk into Route 3 and the first Pokemon I find is Rattata, I can't use that, so I can kill it, and then whatever the next thing I find is, I can use that instead. So yeah, there's just basically just self-made challenges and stuff. There was one I came up with, which I think is already a challenge in the Pokemon gaming community. I called it the Gym Leader Challenge, which was you're only allowed to use Pokemon of one specific, like, type. Like, electric or fire. You're only allowed to use those types of Pokemon. And I called it the Gym Leader Challenge, but then I saw other people referring to something very similar, but they were calling it something different. And so I'm like, I don't know. I just made this up on my own because I was bored one day. I know, I like Rattata. I think Rattata is a really cute Pokemon. Underrated. Overlooked. Often unconsidered. So yeah. You can only catch the first Pokemon you find per area. Yeah. So yeah, I love watching Nuzlocke stuff. I remember the first time I did a Nuzlocke, I made a comic about it. I posted it on DeviantArt. I beat it. I never finished posting the comic pages, but I did beat the Nuzlocke, which was really cool. So yeah, I've attempted a Nuzlocke on this channel before. It wasn't getting many views, and so I'm doing it now differently, where I'm just gonna finish the game, and I'll make a one big video, rather than smaller parts. Also, it's easier to film everything that way, I feel like, too. So, yeah. Lots of fun stuff to do today. We've only been going for 30 minutes. Oh, I thought it was way later. Don't ever let Critter get bored. That's hard for me to do. My mind is always doing something. It makes it hard to sleep when your brain never shuts up. Good morning, Aaron. Jada Animation did a Nuzlocke animation, and it was pretty much my first experience in Nuzlocks. Jaden's animations for her Nuzlocks are really cool. I like them a lot. Pokemon Challenges reacts to Nuzlocke a lot. He also does some himself. So yeah, there's a whole, vast YouTube community about Pokemon and challenges and Nuzlocke and other things like that. So, yeah, check it out. Try it yourself. Have you ever watched the series called Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? I watched the YouTube videos. I have not seen the show itself. I was scared. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is a uniquely horrifying concept to me. And it might just be the puppetry. I don't know, for some reason puppets are I love them, but there's something eerie about them. And it might be the fact that Labyrinth was my favorite movie when I was, and still is my favorite movie, but I watched it when I was 4. And so something about puppets just feels too real to me. So I like the videos on YouTube. I think they're fun. I think they are funny. I'm just too afraid to watch the show proper. What is Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? It's a horror, a dark comedy thing using puppetry. You can find, it was originally a series of videos on YouTube, which you can check out. Now there's a season, I think, on HBO or something like that. Check it out. It's weird. It's fun, creepy stuff. Good old classic internet creepies. So yeah, I haven't seen the actual series. I've just seen the original YouTube videos. And Matt Pat's videos about them. Game Theory. I have such a weird, Game Theory, I don't like Game Theory. I think more often than not their theories are very stupid and half-assed. And I feel oftentimes it feels like Matt Pat rushed to think of something to talk about that aren't really theories and more just observations, just to be able to push out a video on time for that week. Some of them, I feel his horror stuff is usually pretty good for his series, but I remember there was this one video, we had a 13-second teaser introducing the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series, and he made a 15-minute long winding, rambling theory, in big quotations, theory about it, and I was this is stupid. I hate theories that are preemptive. Oh, what if this thing that's going to come out, what if any of these theories happen? It's well, it's impossible to theorize, because at this point you're just playing pretend. You're just imagining a story at that point. You're not actually using what the actual product is, because you don't know what the product is. It's not out yet. Yeah, it's such a weird, half the time with Game Theory, I remember the exact video from Game Theory that made me really begin to hate it. And it was, he was doing a theory where he was doing the math, quotations math, on figuring out what Pikachu's level is in the anime. And he was using, the stats from what the games would have for Pokemon that he was facing against from the anime, using all the math and adding it up to figure out what Pikachu's level is. And I hated it because, first of all, he split it into 2 videos, which was so stupid, because he didn't need to. And he was only going up to, like, Gen 5. Like, because Pikachu loses a fight to a level 5 Snivy in Gen 5. And he wanted to see what level Pikachu was supposed to be on during that fight that would make him lose. And so he split into 2 videos, and it's so stupid. Every time it's like, welcome to game theory, and then he spends like 5 minutes explaining what a Pokemon is, as if it's not a world famous franchise. He needs to explain what Pokemon are and how the basic mechanics of Pokemon is, and then he finally gets to introducing the idea for the theory. And then the rest, the other 7 minutes of that video is theory and math and stuff. And then he goes, and I wanted to put it all into one video. I really wanted to, but I just couldn't. And it's like, yes, you could. It's YouTube. Who's stopping you? Make a 30-minute long video. And then you wait a month for the next part to come out. And then he spends the first, like, 60% of the video just recapping everything from the previous video. It's like, I know, you don't need to retell me what Pokemon is. You don't need to retell me all the bits of your theory you thought of last time. And then finally, for the last, like, 5 minutes, he gets to the last bit of the theory. That was just too much. It's especially fucking annoying with his stupid Five Nights at Freddy's theories. He'll split them up into like 10 parts and he'll be like, I wanted to fit it all into this video, I really did! And then it's like just more bullshit that doesn't add up to anything. It's like, this could have been just one video. One, not even 30-minute long video, if you just cut out all your stupid, like, wandering dialogue. Making, like, jokes about nothing and, like, bitching about the franchise nonstop. And the stupidest thing about the Pikachu video was he showed the answer before the end. Like, I wasn't gonna, like, he showed me the chart to be like, and I did all the math. And so I really, for surezies, went through and did it. And he shows me, like, this chart of the, like, the numbers and everything. And at the end, it shows me the answer, 67. Or whatever. Like, Pikachu was level 67. Right there, and I was like, surely that wasn't really the answer. Surely that was not actually the ending of the theory that he's showing me now, you know, halfway through the first part. But no, he showed me, and I was like, why would you keep that in the video? Why would you not obscure the final answer to make it... I was so angry. I hated everything about those videos. MatPat is the one that, like, really started the idea of the algorithm for YouTube videos, but even though he figured out the algorithm, he seemingly can't figure out that the algorithm has changed since he thought of the algorithm. Like, back in the day, it used to be, you know, like a 10 or 15-minute video every week was all you needed. Nowadays, the way it works is the longer a video is, like, the better that does. It's more watch time rather than views. And so, him insisting on splitting everything into 17 parts is against his own stupid algorithm. If he just made one, like, hour-long video, it would have done way better. Whatever. That's my MatPat rant. Who asked? Olivia. Am I gonna do more, Madoka for Magical Girl May? Yes, I'm going to be covering the witches and stuff from Magia Record. Since Season 2 came out in English, or 3, they finished up Magia Record in English, and so I'm gonna do all those witches, maybe not all of them, most of those witches, for Magical Girl May. So, it's gonna be exciting. I'm so excited for Magical Girl May. I can't wait. Man, so many fun things planned. That's the theme of the day. There's just too many fun things planned that I want to do. Tea. Oh, we're talking about Bumblebee? When did we start talking about Bumblebee? God, did you guys see that? I can't stand... I tried watching clips of the first episode, just to see, like, what was going on. Maybe it was cool. And then I tried watching clips of the second episode, and they were just annoying me. I just hate these characters. I don't know what happened. Like, watching it... I just don't know what they're doing. Like, watching Blake and Yang First of all, Blake makes a joke about Yang not having an arm, and I'm like, okay, that's rude. The arm she lost because of your ex-boyfriend, Blake. The arm she lost that you were all, like, up in a tizzy over, during Volume 6. Yeah, but let's make a joke about it. And then they, like, don't hold hands. They, like, kind of brush their hands slightly together, and everyone's acting like that's supposed to be a big Bumblebee moment. Like, that's the confirmation of their relationship. And even Weiss was like, finally, or something like that. And I was like, what are we doing? They've held hands. In volume fucking 8, like, Yang comes back and rejoins the group, and she grabs Yang, and, like, they blush and press foreheads together, as, like, Yang holds onto her shoulders, and Blake holds onto Yang's sides, like, her hips. I'm like, a not hand touch? Really? That's what we're doing? I would love it if they just confirmed Bumblebee, but I feel like they really won't. Oh my god. And then I heard that the raccoon that stole Yang's arm apparently is based off of really negative Romani stereotypes, which is not great. And also it was like, we need to figure out which one's Yang's arm so we can get it back. And it's like, I saw someone describing it like watching Dora the Explorer. Like, which one is it? And the obvious answer is sitting there. So, man, this is the end of RWBY. They're killing it. They're trying to kill it. I can't believe this is how they're doing it. This doesn't feel real. It feels like a fever dream. Like, who? Why? Why are they trying to make it so, like, comedy forward? We just, after how serious everything got last season, especially at the end of the season, and it's easy to forget, because it's been, like, over 2 years real time, like, for us, the audience. It's been over 2 years. For the characters, it's been like an hour, They went from, oh my god, we're fighting in a literal war, running for our lives, trying to save a million civilians, and, like, watching our friends be killed in front of us. And then an hour later, they're like, this island is wacky, we're in a fairy tale. And it's just so weird. I don't know why they decided to do it. Look, guys, their fingers touched. Remember how they full-on held hands 3 volumes ago? We are reverting. You're right, Nep. It's like, we did this. This is nothing. It'd be like if 2 characters, like, made out. Like, 2 characters, like, full-on just made out with each other. And then, years later, one of them winks at the other, and everyone's like, oh my god, did you see that? That's next level. It's like, what? What? Hope Flint and Neon are still alive? I'm sure they are. I don't see why. Like, you can't kill off an important character unless it's a redhead. Pyrrha's like the Boromir of this franchise. Romani is a people. Romani is a type of people from a section of the world. Romania, I believe. Season 9 feels something that should happen in earlier seasons. I know, it feels like I saw another person. Hi, Ben 10. I saw another person say that it felt like they were, like, all the people who are like, I miss how fun things used to be. Fun and lighthearted and comedy-forward things were back in volumes 1 through 3. And then Rooster Teeth was like, we should do that. Some people are asking that. And then they just do that. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why they're doing these things. I feel like they're also failing miserably. Warner Brothers is hemorrhaging money, so surely Rooster Teeth is not doing good either. Ugh. Blah. I heard that Kiersey isn't a writer anymore. Like Kiersey helped write for Volume 9, but she wasn't rehired. Like, they didn't re-sign her contract, so, like, she's not gonna be working on RWBY anymore? What are they doing? What are they doing? Why is it only men writing this series about teenage girls? And I don't feel like, men can't write teenage girls, far from it. I've been watching The Last of Us. That's been amazing. She-Ra was made by men. There are plenty of men helped make Ever After High and Monster High. So you can do it, but Miles, Carrie, and Eddie don't seem to really write good. I don't know. They're just bad. They're just bad writers. I don't know what it is anymore. Like, after seeing the clips from episode 1 of Volume 9, I just thought to myself, no, this isn't good. There doesn't seem to be any care in this series anymore. Like, it does not feel like they care at all. From the writers or the voice actors. The voice actresses all sound horrible, and I don't know what went wrong. They used to be so good. Like, you go back and rewatch Volume 1, there's some amazing performances. Even, like, Volume 6, amazing performances. Volume 7, I don't know why they all sound like they want to, like, kill themselves nowadays, you know? They all sound so miserable voicing these characters, and I can only imagine it's because they don't like their characters anymore. The characters are caricatures at best. Blake's entire personality is just, I like Yang, and I'm sad. Like, that's all Blake ever is nowadays. Weiss isn't even anything like her character anymore. Weiss used to be this, like, confident, proud, bratty, and it's like, oh, but they developed. They did not develop. You don't develop out of your personality. It's also, like, she's just not fun. Weiss is so not fun anymore. And I can't imagine Kara is having a fun time voicing this non-character that wasn't supposed to be what her character was about. And Lindsay's sounding worse and worse. I don't know. Like, the worst thing is they're trying to do this. RWBY finally has her depression arc this time around, where she finally thinks about all the sad things because she hasn't been a character for 9 years. Finally, she thinks about it all. But it doesn't work with Lindsay's, like, high-pitched, nasally performance. It sounds like a squeaky toy, like a dog's squeaky toy, but trying to be poignant and poetic, you know? Like, if you got, like a child to be like, we need to work hard on our future, but instead their voice is so far high-pitched and up their own nose that you can't understand what she says half the time. And Yang also just sounds, like, completely uninterested, which I noticed with the Ice Queendom dub, from what I saw of it. I watched, like, the first 2 episodes of their dub. I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but Barbara cannot make Yang sound happy. Like, even in the happy scenes, she sounds, like, so not on it. Oh, I heard Little, yeah. Every single thing I've seen about people talking about Little is that they don't like them. The mouse, the little, like, mouse character that's following them around for no reason other than to be cute, I guess. No one likes Little. And I knew it was gonna be a whole problem when they introduced Little. Then it's just like, it's a character, it's like Zwei. It's like when they dragged around Zwei arbitrarily throughout the finale of Volume 2. And it's like, why is this thing here? Because it's cute, and then we can slap it on merch and stuff, you know? But now, it's just gonna be Little, and now Little talks. But Little has nothing to contribute, because Little isn't actually a character. It's just meant to be cute, so they can put on merch. So, I saw someone describe Little as the Jar Jar Binks of RWBY. Which is such a shame. Also, I'm gonna be 100% honest, I don't even think Little looks that cute. And I know they really struggled with, like, rigging Little's model and the mice in general. Oh, one of my dogs woke up. They really struggled with, like, rigging Little's model, but it just doesn't look cute. And I think it's the fact that it looks it's just a mouse. It looks too much like just a mouse. Maybe if it had, like, bigger eyes or a different colored eyes or something, I don't know. It doesn't, maybe like a shorter nose or a wider face, which is another thing. Why is there, like, just mice on this island? You know, in the Ever After? That's our creative wit. Could only come up with just mice. The cat looks like, you know, like a Technicolor, a screensaver-ass, weird, abstract cat. But the mouse, just a mouse. Did I watch? No, I only saw clips on YouTube. Some, like, couple of, like weird little clips off of YouTube. I did not watch them. I refuse to pay money. I am not gonna spend a single cent on this series. It does not look worth it. And quite frankly, if I had spent money, if I had gone the extra, if like Rooster Teeth wasn't a horrible, terrible company, and I had committed and spent money on a Crunchyroll membership, and I had watched that first episode, I would have been so disappointed. I would have been so upset. I would have felt like I wasted so much money. Do I have any OCs myself? You're looking at them. Here I am. No, I don't really make OCs, you know? Other than, like, for, like, not for existing stories. I didn't make my own stories and then make my own characters off of that. Like, Little Frog Witch, for example. They're all my OCs. I don't really think of OCs for other stories. There was a bird that RWBY ignored in the teaser. Yeah, that was also weird. That the bird is making so much noise and RWBY literally doesn't pay it any mind whatsoever. Like, not even like RWBY might as well have been deaf, you know? It's just so weird. And, like, the bird is, like, green, which I guess, oh, what a unique color, and one of the mice was, like, green, or had green on them. I don't know. Unlike this stream, hits the thumbs up. Thanks, Anton. Everyone does what Anton do and hit the thumb up button real quick. I prefer to create a story where where the girls are my main OC's helpers. Nice. Yeah, I feel like it's more fun to just come up with stuff, right? Watching the new Trigun Stampede anime by Studio Orange made me realize how bad and ugly RWBY's animation is. It's so true. I've thought about doing a video on it before, because there's so many amazing examples of 3D animation. Into the Spider-Verse immediately comes to mind. Beastars. And even Beastars doesn't look that good, but compared to RWBY, yeah, it does. You know? Land of the Lustrous. Beautiful. Gorgeous anime. Lots of video games, like, Ni no Kuni, for example. Fire Emblem, you know, the new one that just came out. They all use 3D models, you know. So many things use 3D models. That latest, Studio Ghibli movie, Earwig. Everyone's doing 3Ds. And RWBY, that was like the thing back in like 2012 when RWBY was just coming out. Yeah, no, nothing else looked like RWBY. Nothing else was doing what RWBY was doing. And it was so like iconic. Because it was 3D, but it wasn't just 3D models. It was doing something really crazy with its color palette. But then they gave up on the color palette thing because that was too hard, apparently. And now it's just so many, like, 3D models is very common in the anime world and cartoon world and just entertainment industry. And it's so easy to look at RWBY and see how ugly it is in comparison. It truly is a very ugly show. And I'm not saying that just to be mean. It's just ugly. And the sad thing is, it could look so much better. There are so many not ugly 3D animes out there. Yeah, Chainsaw Man. There's lots of things that even just utilize elements of 3D, but not to its full extent. And so, it's just so confusing to me, because, like, RWBY has not improved its animation in years. Since Volume 5, the show has not changed. The most that they'll do is they'll, like, make their facial expressions look a little bit better every now and then, or they'll have, like, more intricate backgrounds. But the actual animation, especially now that they keep doing this stupid thing with their comedy, where it's, like, herky-jerky animation, I feel like in an attempt to emulate Western cartoons, that's the biggest thing. It feels like they're trying to be a Western cartoon, but it looks like an anime. And I don't know. It's not good. Pacific Rim The Black was a really pretty 3D show. I have not seen it. I will take your word for it. Even just, like, other Rooster Teeth properties. The first season of Genlock, pretty good. Not the second season. Second season was fucking hideous. Yeah, they'll drop the frame rate, and that's, like, that's a joke. The frame rate looks like ass. Is it funny? Are you laughing? No, I'm not. I'm just so confused. I don't know what Rooster Teeth is doing. I don't think they know, and quite frankly, I don't think they care either. I think RWBY will get a season 10. and I think that's gonna be it. I honestly don't even think. Like they are on death's door. They are rotting. The franchise is not doing it. I cannot imagine RWBY under the way it is currently living now. There is no way they can make this series continue to work. With Rooster Teeth, who is just riddled with horrible, history. It's just a bad company that people don't like much anymore. But even if people ignore that, the show itself just isn't doing it anymore. I would love to see the view rate, I would love to see like a number of views for the episodes. I think that'd be fascinating, because I feel like it's plummeting. And I feel like it would probably keep living. It's a popular franchise. I just think it's going to get sold to someone else, And what they do will probably be try to finish it off as soon as possible and then, do a spin-off or something, or a prequel or a sequel or whatever. So, I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll have to find out. Only time will tell. Maybe, you know what? We could be wrong. We could all be wrong, and Volume 9 could end up being the best volume in the history of the world. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. Why does RWBY get 9 volumes, but Dead End gets canceled after 2? Is that always the way? Like Camp. I really liked Camp. But apparently Rooster Teeth didn't, because that just went away. It had 2 seasons that they never advertised. And because they never advertised it, no one watched it. And then it was gone forever. I'm dying. Help. I drank my coffee too fast. Oh, God. I should probably end anyway. It's been over an hour, and like I said, I got a lot of stuff to do today. I'm gonna film a thing, work on my Korra video. I gotta go to the store. I'm gonna have a taco salad for dinner today. Volume 9 almost tricked me into thinking it looked good, and then I realized it's because my eyes have been starved for saturated colors for the show. That's another thing. You can really see how bland the characters are, standing next to the big, bright, vibrant backgrounds. It just feels like they took all... No, I'm not good. I'm never good. Yes, I'm fine. I just chugged my last bit of coffee too hard, and it was more than I thought it was. So... it feels like they took all of the criticism people had about the show and then just went so hard into overcompensating to fix it. Oh, we want it to be funnier. It's all comedy. We want it to be brighter. Only the most neon saturated colors. Yes, Korra. My next video is Korra, episode 8. I'm gonna try to do Korra more regularly. I want to do Korra regularly. In fact, I might have a whole month of just Korra, which will probably be after May. Maybe June. Maybe it'll be a month of Korra in June. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. So thanks everyone for showing up. I hope you all had fun. Thank you all for your amazing fan art and stuff. You're all amazing and awesome. And I have lots to do, so drink water, drink tea, don't choke on your beverages like me. Learn from my mistakes. Have a good rest of your day, whatever time it is for you. I'll see you all next week. So, have fun. Goodbye.